All right, so I'm here with participant number 7. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. Go ahead, tell me what your name is, how old you are, where you from.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Sam Green, man. Originally from Detroit, moved to Long Island. I am 44 years old, a diehard Lions fan, and I occasionally root for the New Jersey Giants because these guys aren't actually from New York. They have a stadium out in New Jersey, so they should really call themselves New Jersey. You know, basically, the only football team that the state of New York has is the Niagara Falls Bills. So, gonna throw that out there.
Like, I always subliminally root for the Lions, and then I met you, and we went to a game. I really think that the Lions are like my second favorite team. So, being a Lions fan, you got any favorite moments that you've had in your past, whether it be a game you were at or a specific moment or a specific game, anything? I know you've never seen them win a Super Bowl, but you did get to see Barry Sanders play his whole career. So
that right there in itself, man, the most electrifying running back ever, man. Agreed. Very humble guy. And when he actually broke the record, man, and he had his team lift him up on his shoulders, he was still humble right there, man. Yeah. And that part right there, and I remember that game, watching it on TV, man. When they actually did that for him, man, it kind of like brought tears to my eyes. And I was like, you know what? This will probably be like one of the most highlighted, moments of his career, because I know that man will never win a Super Bowl with the Lions, that part right there, and to have him and like so many others, and I'm going to bring this guy up here too, Megatron. Yeah. These guys have to retire, man, before their actual career is over because of the type of organization the Lions are, and it's sad. And I wouldn't want to see any like top tier player go to Detroit, man, because that's where your actual, career is going to go to die. I mean, I love them to death, man. And I'm somewhat like you. And I heard you mention this right here. Mm-hmm. All I want is to see the Lions win a Super Bowl, man, before I die. Absolutely. That part right there. But in reality, if I'm weighing it on my scale here, I know that that's not going to happen,
I remember when we went to Detroit, it was right after he retired. And I'll never forget when we were driving through downtown, there was the side of a building that had a painting of Barry Sanders.
Yep.
And then it was, they painted it black, but you could still see the silhouette of him. And on the bottom, it said "Gone to Canton." And
also, I'm going to take it back even further. When we had that little trifecta of quarterbacks there with Rodney Peete, Andre Ware, and Eric Kramer.
Yeah.
Eric Kramer took us to the conference championship.
Remember?
We only had one more game to win right there. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was the year back then. It didn't happen, but I was happy for that right there. I can say that's another good moment that I've had, since ever being like a Lions fan.
Lions fan. What kind of predictions do you got? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs this year? What kind of record do you think they're going to have? I can't not laugh.
You laugh, but you can, and you have all right to, because no, they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm going to give us maybe a 5-12 maybe record.
Yeah, I'm not even sure like who their skill players really are, and I know that sounds terrible, but obviously,
I don't even know. The only thing we have going good for us is our tight end, and I think we're going to ride him, Hockenson.
Yeah,
that to me is honestly like our number one receiver. It's not going to be pretty for us this year, man. And I'm expecting that. I'm expecting
that. And that sucks, man, because it's like the Lions fans, I should say, deserve, you know what I mean? Like some kind of success, man. And it seems like it's going downhill instead of uphill. And
it's the Darn Ford family, man. They know nothing about cars as well as they don't know anything about football.
Who do you have as your final 4 teams? AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game.
All right. AFC Championship game. I'm going to throw your Bills into it. It's going to be the Bills and those Brownies.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be them.
Oh, boy.
The NFC game, I'm going to go with this right here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw in simply because this guy is back and I thought he was done with football, but I'm not going to count him out. And I think that they're going to make it. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers. Mm-hmm. And because he's a Michigan man, I got to roll with him. Tom Brady and those darn Bucks.
Yes, sir. That's
going to be it right there. That's going to be that NFC Championship.
I think the Bills-Browns are going to be good for, they're going to be the Patriots, the way the Patriots and Colts were,
right.
for a significant amount of time in the AFC East. So we'll see. I just I hate the Browns. I don't hate the Browns. I hate that the Browns are good right now because it was like the Bills should be that story, right? Like that story of like we struggled for 2 decades and now we're finally on the rise. But as we're doing that, now everybody's looking at the Browns. Well, the Browns have been bad for 20 years and now they're on the rise. And it's like, yo, like stop stepping on our toes. Like I don't hate the Browns, but like I just hate the idea of the Browns. Like couldn't you just wait like 3 or 4 years to come up on your rise? Because now the Bills with what they're doing now, we kind of have to share that specific spotlight with you. The suffering for all these years, and now you're coming up. And it's like we couldn't just have that on our own. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I hope that the Browns lose like pretty much every game. You got the Bills and Browns and the Packers and the Bucks. Who goes to the Super Bowl?
All right. I'm going to go with your Bills, man. Nice. And I'm going to go with the Bucks again.
So you have the Bills Bucks also. Who wins?
You know what, man?
No hurt feelings.
Hey, man, the Bucks are going to win it and Tom Brady's going to retire. He's going to retire.
If the Bills go to the Super Bowl and they lose to the Packers, it is what it is, right? You know, hey, at least we made the Super Bowl, right? If the Bills go to the Super Bowl and lose to Tom Brady and then he retires, I'm going to be pissed because Tom Brady has been shitting on the Bills for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like the Bills have like 3 wins against Tom Brady in 20 years, and that's 2 games per year.
Right.
So I think the perfect scenario for the Bills, is to go to the Super Bowl and beat Tom Brady and be like, get like that ultimate revenge, right?
Yeah.
If Tom Brady beats the Bills in the Super Bowl and then retires, there's no way for the Bills to get revenge on Tom Brady. He's just going to take that last final shit on the Bills, and I hate it.
And be out. That's it.
Who do you have as a season MVP?
Season MVP? I'm going to go with Josh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. He's like the clear-cut favorite, man.
Yeah.
Like his numbers show it, man. The team that he's on is going to show that. And I think that they're going to be just that much better this season than they were like last season, man.
Yeah.
You know, I really can't see anybody stopping these guys, man, in the AFC period. You know, I've actually like grown to like this kid. I'm like, dude, this Josh Allen kid, man. Like he's like the fucking truth, man. Yeah. I just don't want them to be winners. And I just hate the fact that that's your squad and you always have something to boast and brag about, bro.
No,
when it should be my team that I should be able to brag about, but I can't do that week in and week out.
Yeah, man. Look, so you know, as a Yankee fan, like I was always arrogant, and so like with the Bills, even though they suck,
arrogant, you call it? Oh,
yeah,
I was thick of it, bro.
Do you have any sleeper teams for the upcoming season?
Sleeper team is going to be those Tennessee Titans, bro. I got to roll with them, man, just because of that dynamic of them getting Julio Jones is going to make them just that much better. They already got that run game, but now guess what? Yeah. You got to worry about those receivers there now, totally, on both sides, you know? Yeah. With Derrick Henry, we already know what Derrick Henry can do, you know? But now they have that other element of surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise, but yeah, they actually have that now, with a Julio Jones. I mean, true, he's, Father Time is kind of like catching up to him or whatever the case may be, but he's got a lot left in the tank, man. So that's why I was like, you know what, man, Tennessee may sneak up in there somehow.
So being a Lions fan, what team do you hate the most? Like, what team do you want going 0-17 every year?
I want those goddamn Minnesota Vikings, man, to go 0-17 every fucking year, dude.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Dude, I've never liked the Vikings. I don't like the Packers.
Yeah.
I hate the Vikings even more.
That's funny.
Because their whole, the whole purple people eaters and stuff like that. Like, I don't care for that.
Are there any game day rituals that you have, like things you have to do before the game or during the game or something like that while you're watching the game?
I've got some. All right.
Oh, nice.
During the game, I mean, this is even with college teams, Joe. I got to put on my Lions belt, dude. I've got a Lions belt.
Nice.
I got to have on the Lions underwear.
Oh,
I've got to put the hat like sitting right next to the TV or somewhat in front of the TV, you know what I'm saying, to like somewhat brush luck up on the team there and to let them show that I am actually supporting them, you know. It doesn't actually work all the time. So I'm thinking that I got to change up the rituals and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's basically one of the things that I do. And anything that I have, if it's like a drink or something like that, I'll drink like a Powerade Blue or something close to it. You know what I'm saying? Like that color of, I'll go out and buy like some cookies with some little bluish like icing on them. You know what I'm saying? Even though the cookies may be nasty, like I have to eat those type. You know what I'm saying? Like that little stuff there. I'm eating blue Doritos, you know, and stuff like that. The Cool Ranch, bruh.
I love this. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. As far as the questions go, that's all I have. Anything
all right, bro.
to add? Do you have anything you want to add?
Hey, man. Only thing is, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Hope the best for your team, man. Wish mine, the best of luck as well. Love the jersey, man. Represent the Lions, man. When your team is playing or anything like that, hey, you've got more jerseys than I do, man. And hey, miss your brother, man. And I hope to see you somewhere soon within the years to come, man.
I agree.